Hey, Jen here, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about the target market because so many people are struggling with figuring out what their target market is. And I'm not talking about any specific industry, I'm really talking about anywhere. Too often, when you're on Facebook or maybe you're reading an email, it just seems like companies are slapping out their product and hoping and praying that somebody buys it. Well, if they knew what their target market was, they could speak to that person's specific problems and how that product or service could be a solution for someone's problem. So, if you're thinking about what is your target market, start to think about yourself. Why do you like the product that you market? What is it that you fell in love about the service that you provide? Why do you think it would be valuable for people? And so, once you jot all of those things down, then you can step back and say, well, what group of people would have similar reactions or benefits to this product or service? Who else might be interested in having their problem solved by this product or service? So if you think about it for an example, if you're looking at a target market and you're saying, well, gosh, I want somebody to buy XYZ product. And let's just pull something out of the hat. Let's say a tube of toothpaste. And so if you're thinking, I want somebody to buy this tube of toothpaste because I sell the toothpaste. Well, what benefits does somebody get from the toothpaste? Maybe it's one of those rapid relief. Maybe it's something like Sensodyne where it helps people who have sensitive teeth. Or maybe it's going to help whiten and brighten somebody's teeth. And so you start to think, well, who might need that? Well, somebody might need something to help with sensitive teeth if they've got tooth issues. And so then you start to work backwards into your target market. Who are all the people with tooth issues that would have a sensitivity? Or if you're looking at the stain removal, what types of people have stains on their teeth that could be easily removed by this toothpaste? Hopefully that's helping a little bit when you're thinking about a target market, because I know so often everybody struggles and they say, I don't want to miss out on anybody. I don't want to lose the potential of having somebody be purchasing my product or purchasing my service. And so I'm just going to offer it to everyone. But you know something, the more specific you are, the more terrific you are. It's kind of like a flashlight. If you think about a flashlight, if you have a really wide beam for your flashlight and you're really trying to look for something specific, maybe you dropped something in the dark and you're trying to find the specific item that you dropped. If you have a really wide beam, it dilutes the power of the light. And so it's harder to find that small item that you're looking for. Whereas if you have a much smaller flashlight, a much smaller pinhole flashlight perhaps, and you're pointing it at the area that you thought you dropped something, it'll be far easier to see it. So when you think about your target market, it's exactly the same thing. If your funnel is too wide, if your target market is too broad, you're not going to find the people who really want your product or your service. So you need to narrow it down. You need to hone it in and get as specific as you can be. Think about age ranges of people. Do you want male or female? Do they need to be college educated? Do they need to not be college educated? Maybe that doesn't matter for your product or service. Do they have to have a certain type of personality? Do they need to have certain things that have happened in their life? If somebody's buying life insurance, maybe they've lost a family member recently. And so that's sort of that big awareness that people go, oh my gosh, I need life insurance. And so the more specific you are with that target market, then you can start to build and create content. But I don't want to talk about building and creating content until we really hone in on this target market. So remember, you want to know who the target market is as specifically as you can get. You want to make sure that you are figuring out what their problems are. Do they have specific problems, and what is the solution for those problems? And when you think about the problems, dig deep. Don't make it surface level. We were talking about the toothpaste before. It's not just somebody who drinks coffee that needs this toothpaste that's going to remove stains. Why do they drink the coffee? What if they don't drink the coffee? What if they don't get the stains cleaned off of their teeth? How are they going to feel? What type of emotion do they have around this? Are they embarrassed about their smile? Do they not like to smile? Maybe that impacts their dating life. Maybe they can't date because they don't smile. There's a whole laundry list of things you can come up with if you take the time to really think it through. Setting up your target market, knowing who your target market is, and really diving into that is going to be critical when you think about the long-term health and viability of your business. Because once you know that target market, you will speak directly to those people. So you don't want everyone who breathes. You don't want anyone who wants to make an income. You don't want anyone who's interested in health. You want a specific person and specific group of people that have a problem that you offer a solution for. So you create the target market, you write up that list of problems, write up the list of fears that those people have around those problems. You figure out their wants, you figure out their desires. What is the lingo that's used around those that problem? Maybe if somebody has diabetes, there's things like A1C and insulin and blood sugar and things that people would talk about. If you have a health concern that, or not, let's not even use health concern. If you were interested in buying a car, there'd be all the different car types and what kind of an engine, and is it a front wheel drive, back wheel drive? You want to think through what is all of the lingo that relates to that specific target market's problem. So you're looking at the problem and what's the lingo related to it. And then if you have any personal stories, maybe you bought a car and it changed your life, or you really benefited from buying or from doing your funeral planning, for example, and you said, you know what, that gave me huge peace of mind. I've seen other family members who, when they pass away, they either did have the funeral planned or they didn't have it planned, and you saw how that impacted the family. And so your story would explain why that's so powerful and why that's so important to do. And so all of these steps are going to help you really hone in on your target market. It's going to really help you get crystal clear on what it is you're looking for, and it's going to help you to create content that will be valuable to your target market. You're not just going to be slapping a bunch of stuff out there and hoping that it sticks and hoping that somebody's interested. You're actually going to have content that talks and speaks directly to the people you're trying to speak to. It will be authentic, it will be real, especially if you've got some personal testimonials or stories of why this product or service helped you or changed your life or changed the lives of all the people that you've shared it with before that are a part of the same target market. Because then people will come to you and they'll say, you know something? This is exactly where I was supposed to be. This is the person that's going to guide me and help me along this path of really helping solve this problem that I have. So this is a cursory topic or a little brief discussion of target market. I'm sure you've got lots of questions. I'd love to hear any of the questions that you have. Don't hesitate to drop me a 1 or a 2 below. A 1 means yes, you want more information, and a 2 means, hey, I got it. Have an awesome, awesome day.